think the world began.
Your first steps towards the grave.
It's just another
by being born, you
construct.
put yourself in the position that you're going to die.
I'm gonna
I don't know
die.
if I know how it began, but I think it begins every day.
In my dream, green islands surround me, lush paradises. I'm in the midst of an archipelago of islands, scattered like pepper seeds into the sea.
When the mob came to get him, he was sitting, meditating. I tried to get back from Jakarta in December '65, but my guardian there stopped me. He said, "Are you crazy? What can you do if you go back?"
I was upset when the other kids in my school would call me Kek. Kek in Thai means visitor, someone strange, outsider, but also someone the Thais look down on. My father had to invent a Thai name for me which contained luck within it, so as to dispel any suspicions that the locals might have about us.
It's said that if you get too close to them, they can put a spell on you. Then you will go onto the high seas with them, forget your home, become one of them. So I can return once again to my homeland.
In this temple, there is a shrine to a Chinese from China. The Balinese worship him. He is known as the god of the merchants, or Ratu Gede Subandar. He lived in the 9th century.
I was told that the older Balinese believed that the Chinese are the bigger brothers, that the Balinese temple is designed after the Chinese pagoda.
One of these songs is Mot Koi De Ve. It means spending one's life trying to find one's way home. I thought this was the perfect title for me as I was trying to find my way home.
I prayed to my mother and Uma Devi. Suddenly, my wife became pregnant and a girl was born. My daughter has the mark on the same foot, on the same sole as my mother's mark. She is growing up in Japan, speaking Japanese as a mother tongue, but she loves curry and Hanuman movies. Just the other day, she asked me, "When can I go back to Mumbai?" Daughter told me, "Now I'm American, I'm not Vietnamese."
What about you?
I am Chinese. My father was from China, my grandfather also. I was taught in the Chinese ways, but I don't wish to return to China. I am overseas Chinese, Vietnamese Chinese.
History was repeating itself. She wanted me home with her because she was afraid that I too would be taken away.
Her sister-in-law gave her away. The older lady put a white flower into the hair of my mother, who was appropriately shy. Two graying women who looked once again like young ladies about to embark on a new journey.
When we see something, it registers in our memory. It merges with other memories to create a landscape that's neither fact nor fiction. Our memory is not as concrete as we think it is. It's always malleable. It's always being manipulated by the media, by us. We make decisions, conscious or unconscious, about what we want to remember, about what we want to forget.
Perhaps this next year will be about my own personal diaspora. I want to go to China to meet people with the same family name my grandmother always talks about. I want to taste the soil, knowing that deep down, inside my DNA, I was there long before I was born.
In the refugee camp in Songkra, we had to wait. There were 50 people waiting for a sponsor to take us all. In the beginning, we were given financial aid. When my son wanted to study art, I didn't like it. I asked him, "How are you going to earn a living?"
The persistence of memory that brought me back to Vietnam. Perhaps it's where I belong, where I exist. Today, I've chosen to live in Ho Chi Minh City. In America, I feel temporary. It's not meant to be. I know that Vietnam is the place I want to grow old in, to die in.
Vamos juntos, Naveen, Kachi Kayo, Naveen, idemos a etno, Naveen, Ishoni Iko, Naveen, we are proud to be Naveen, Sab hai Naveen, Naveen, this is our world, Naveen, let's all move together.